What's going on, everybody? I thought I would tell you all a little bit of a scary experience that happened to me a few days ago. So, first of all, it's storming right now. You might see some lightning and you might hear some thunder. Oh, yep, there it is right there. So, I'm going to start off. I think it was what is that people have that wake up and they can't move? I think I had one of those experiences. So the other morning, I got into bed and I took my kids to school and over to my sister-in-law's for her to watch my little boy. And I got home, showered, got into bed. And I woke up, but I didn't wake up. And it's just weird. And I seen my sheet pull from my bed and kind of float in the air. And it was like tugging at me, or like tugging me. And I cannot think for the life of me if that was a dream or that actually happened. But I remember being so scared and so terrified. I finally woke up and I think I stayed up for 30 minutes just to kind of get my surroundings and kind of, figure out where I was at. But it was pretty intense. So the one thing I do remember is after I woke up, I looked on the wall above our TV and I seen as if there were like leaves dancing on the wall. I don't know if that was, trees outside dancing on the wall, like from like the other side of the house. I'm not sure. But all I know is that experience scared me. And it was in the middle of the day. And I've had experiences like that where I've had nightmares, or daymares I should say, but this one was really intense, and it was like as if I was awake. And I know some of you had dreams of where it's just like kind of the moment before you went to sleep, like maybe you were visiting with a family member or a friend or whatnot, and then you go to sleep and you kind of like dream about that moment. Maybe it was that way for me, but I don't know, like just the whole experience had me frazzled. And I mean, it was crazy because I saw the sheet rise up and it was like floating there, and it was like tugging at me. And I remember like screaming. And I don't know. I don't know what it was. So, I mean, I just wanted to share that little story with y'all since it's like kind of stormy morning, and I just thought of that as well. But, alright guys, I guess I'll let you guys go. What's going on, everybody? I thought I would do a little bit of a, oh, wait, I got new tires. Don't know if you can see them real well. Got new. They seem thicker than what, can't see them real well. I don't know if you can. Oh well, anyway. What's going on? Hope everybody's doing okay. I got new tires yesterday. I will go back to the tire place is called Discount Tire. It's here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and it's a pretty nice place. I got my tires for all 4 new tires for about $5 with a warranty on there. I got them for $540, $550, something like that. Something that, you know, is reasonable. It's not too bad. But I'm gonna go back and let me see if I can adjust this. I'm gonna turn you guys around a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna probably go back and get the rims that I want, and they're about the same price, and I think those are about $531, a little cheaper, $520, something like that. And so that's for all 4 together. So what I'm going to probably do that, I'll probably do is go and do that, and hopefully I can do that within the next couple of months, save some money up, try to do some overtime, because that's what I really need. I did have hubcaps on that car, and those hubcaps fell off. They're crap. And also, when I bought that car, I was told that the tires were all new. And when I went yesterday to get the tires done, the guy told me there's one different tire on there, different size. All the other ones are, you know, like same size, but the back rear tire on the driver's or on the passenger side is different. So I was like, all right, that's cool, that's fine. So that's taken care of. Yeah, so if you need new tires, a set of 4 tires, I would highly recommend you to go to Discount Tires. I did check at Jiffy Lube, and they priced me $620. They couldn't do it yesterday because their tire place was closed, which I don't understand, but okay, whatever. But Discount Tire was recommended to me from Jiffy Lube, which I didn't know they could do that, but I guess they did, and that's where I went. So yeah, definitely check that out. And it was like 30-40 minute wait. It's not bad, and they got me in and out. Not a lot of people in there. There's probably like 3 people ahead of me when I went in, but yeah, they had water there, they had nice utilities there. They didn't have a TV there. That was the one thing I was kind of disappointed about, but everything else, like, it's fine. I mean, you know, if you have kids, just make sure you have, you know, like a toy or a video game to bring with you, just to, if you're waiting for a while, you know, so they can be occupied that way. So, moving on, I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me about a month ago into a few weeks ago. I started getting ideas to do stories from a guy named Scott Online, and he's on TikTok. And so I listen to a lot of his stories, and I recommend you check it out. He's a pretty cool guy. He cracks me up. I don't know if he's Filipino or Asian, but he has this mustache, and he sometimes fixes it and he twists it and everything, and it looks so good. Like, he's so funny, and he'll be telling the story and he'll just be laughing, and he gets so cracked up at his jokes, I start to laugh, and it's the greatest. But I thought I would probably start walking at this point, give you guys new scenery. But I want to tell you a story that happened to me at the mall about a month ago. So, you know, Fort Smith is usually boring. There's not a whole lot to do here except for eat and jog. I mean, and I made the mall and maybe Chuck E. Cheese. But one Sunday I went to the mall with my kids, and I wound up, it was like 11:45. We ate lunch, and we played in the play area there, and we were leaving. As we were leaving, there's kiosks against in the middle of the mall. And you know, of course, you have your mall stores, and they're on, you know, the side, and you have your kiosks in the middle of the aisle. So we're leaving, and they're starting to open the different shops, and some open later than others. So long story short, we're going past this kiosk, and they're opening, and my son, he's 2 years old, and he touches a pair of sunglasses, and he goes, and this guy goes, "Oh, please don't do that. Oh, excuse me, don't do that." And I was like, "Sorry, sir." And so, you know, he's 2 years old. He's walking around and stuff, being a kid, being a 2-year-old. So we leave, and as we were leaving, I said to my little boy in front of the guy, I was like, "Oh, like, let's not, you know, piss off the gentleman. Let's, you know, leave him alone." And we're, you know, a few weeks pass. We leave. A few weeks pass. We're back at the mall because there's nothing else to do in Fort Smith. So we come back, and we got pizza, and we got a drink, and we're leaving the food court area, and my son's drink broke, and it went everywhere. He had like a cup, one of those styrofoam cups, and it broke. So he got wet. I was agitated because I had my other boy, he's 5 years old. He's in front of me, he's going off. And I have this pizza, and I have these 2 drinks, and it's just a handful, and I'm agitated, and I forgot my backpack to, you know, help the kids get cleaned up and stuff. So, you know, I'm cleaning him up and trying to take care of him. And I look over, and this guy, this gentleman, this man at the kiosk several weeks ago, that, you know, I told my son not to touch his stuff, he was sitting there, and he was just mean mugging me. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. So we leave, and several weeks go by, and I go, "You know what, let's go to the mall. You guys like going to the mall. There's nowhere else to go. It's either that or Chuck E. Cheese." And they both suck in my opinion, but whatever. So they like it, so I go, "Okay, whatever, we'll take you to the mall." And then we go to eat at the food court. We go to, I think we went to JCPenney, to Dillard's. We went to the play area. And I said, "Okay, that's cool." And then, you know, we went around the mall. We rented this little thing out, and this little cart thing, and I'm pushing them, and they're having a good time. And my youngest son wanted to get out and walk around. I said, "Okay, that's fine." So I kept an eye on him. And then I'll try to make this story a little shorter. We're passing this kiosk with this guy again, and he expanded his kiosk, so it's like, I think 2 to 3 kiosks long than what it was normally. And I'm like, you know what, that's cool, that's fine. So I was like, good for him. So I go, you know what, you know, like, I kind of want to see what he has. So I'm looking at the stuff, and I was like, he doesn't have bad stuff. It's pretty cool. Thought I would, you know, check it out. And like, we're going around, and he has this rope around his kiosk, his, you know, little business. And my son, my youngest son, 2 years old, is going in and out of this rope, and he kind of stumbles, and I guess this gentleman sees it, and he gets up, And he has this stance to him like he's going to do something. And I see it and I go, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. And he goes, you can't be doing that. Excuse me, please don't do that. And I said, okay. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. Please don't, I'm sorry, forgive us. And he was staring at me and the kids as if he was going to come over and do something, like scold us more, and it went all over me. And I kind of stared at him for a minute as if to say, what are you going to do? Like, why are you stepping up at us like that, And mind you, this mall is busy. This mall has kids and parents and teenagers all over the mall. It's Saturday evening, afternoon, evening, whatever. And so, we kind of walk by, and he's kind of like mean mugging us and whatever. And so I was like, whatever. So I will not ever go to the mall in Fort Smith ever again, as long as I live and I'm alive. I hope that mall goes under. I don't even care about to go to that mall no more. I don't know. That guy just left a bad, like how he was and how he acted and everything. I just don't like the way that he was. And hopefully he has a good business, It's not really a mall that way. It's not, I don't mean that when I say I hope it goes under. Like, I hope it stays open for a while. And it's just a situation that agitates me. I shouldn't have said that. But, hopefully, he has good business and everything goes well. And he sells, his stuff. And hopefully he gets a store. He moves into a store. But I'll never go there. He just left that impression on me that I don't know. And the thing is there's been other places within the mall that we went into that my sons touched, and they didn't get onto him. They were, okay, have, he can touch this. Like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. And what he could have said when that happened, he could have been nice about it and went, oh, I don't want him getting hurt. Or, he could have been a little more nicer about it and explained himself, but he didn't. And I'm probably blowing it out of proportion. But the way that because he was sitting down and he stepped up and he was like, oh, sorry, like, please don't do that. Excuse me, please don't do that. And I was like, okay. And I was like, you're a fucking dickwad, for acting that way. So, whatever. If I had a message to him, I would go, you don't deserve to be in the mall, mister. If you're going to act like that, and I know I'm contradicting myself. I said, oh, I wish him well and stuff. But the way I think about it, if you're going to be like that, sir, you don't need to be in the mall, or you don't need to be in a business where you can't conduct yourself in a proper manner, where if you're going to step up and say something, you're stepping up to a family, a father with his 2 kids. That right there agitated me. If I had a mouth on me, I would have said something, but I didn't. But sir, you shouldn't be in business. You shouldn't be in business. That's what I'm going to say. If you're going to conduct yourself like that and not be professional and not follow through after you say something, and you don't explain why you're getting onto somebody, you shouldn't be in business. That's what I say. But you know what? I wish you well. I wish him well. I hope he has a good business. I hope he sells lots of stuff. But I will no longer go to Fort Smith Central Mall in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That sealed the deal right there, What I should have done was went to security and been like, I feel threatened. This gentleman over here threatened me and my family. And I don't think I need to be in this mall anymore. That's what I should have done, to be a dick. But whatever. I got that off my chest. It bothered me for a couple weeks. It's not a big thing. I mean, I could have let it go. But it's just how he stepped up and he kind of like walked a little bit and he had this stance to him. I mean, I can understand if it was me. I'd be, okay, this guy has a problem. But I have my kids with me and you do that? What the fuck kind of person are you? You know, like, I don't know. I'm maybe blowing it out of proportion. And you might be like, oh, Chris, you know. I'm like, okay, all right, well, you know, that's how it affects me. I don't think you need to have a business within a mall or anywhere if you're going to act like that. You need to you need to be professional about your business and how you handle yourself. And if something like that goes down, you need to explain, hey, I'm sorry, but I prefer, the kids not to touch that because I don't want them to get hurt, But no, stand there and stare at us and get out of your seat and have a stance like you're going to do something. Yeah, there you go. You should do that. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I'm going to probably do a video on this meal I got. It's one of the survival meals that I got from Bass Pro Shop. And it should be good. I'm going to try it one of these days this week if I remember to do it. I was going to do it tonight, but I ordered my wife and I some Buffalo Wild Wings, and so I ordered my wife Buffalo Wild Wings, and I thought it was going to be in separate containers, but they grouped it into one big container, and so I was like, oh, okay. And so my wife brought the rest home, and I took it with me to lunch, which I'm going to go in there and eat right now. Got to get it warmed up and stuff. But yeah, if you like this video and you wanted to comment, leave me a comment and share my video and subscribe, and I'll come with more videos like this. I might do a storytelling video, or I might do a review. Depends. I might talk about a case that happened sometime, something like that. But I'm here to do all kinds of what I can't think straight. I'm tired. You know what? I'm not even gonna I'm gonna make more content. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, I did. Look up here, boys. Do you remember where we are, boys? We are at Bass Pro Shop. Look at that. Holy smokes.